He is here. We're in the middle of a difficult situation. I can tell you that I have one way right after another, and yet it is critical to me and to all of us that we recognize it's time to slow down. It's time to take time to locate where the Lord is asking us to question our heart and to take our questions to Him. Considering this, our difficult situations can be much like construction sites. It's in progress, it's a mess, and we haven't seen the end product quite yet. But in the middle of those early signs of transformation, the debris and the rubble may seem overwhelming and seem relentless and a large part of the course that we're on. And like me, I imagine that you too can be overwhelmed by it, feeling that it's just a bloody mess and we don't know where to go. And I use that word quite clearly because that sometimes is the amount of emotion, that angst of feeling like, God, are you here? And what are you asking? And the answer is, this morning he told me, just go sit down and have breakfast. Oh my, I don't even usually eat breakfast. But this is the way in which God is calling us to position ourselves in new dimensions so that we can embrace along our healing journey those many opportunities that are meant to focus on what He has in mind, what He has in mind in the middle of the rubble, in the middle of navigating our way through it. So everyone eventually faces areas of unbelief, and the scripture is absolutely full of those people who question God. Consider the Hebrews that were in the desert and how in the wilderness they had a bunch of questions, and they really wanted to go back to Egypt and say, hey, we're out here, you're going to kill us. I want you to take us back. Well, that is not what God did, thankfully, but it took an awful lot of time and an awful lot of going round and round in circles before they were willing to know that God had His best interest in mind for them. Or think about that parent of that demonized young man who came to Jesus and said, if there's anything you can do to heal this boy, would you do it? And Jesus just said, if I can. Oh, ho, ho. And so you can see that each one of us is going to have to come into a new level of looking at God's glorious questions to us and helping our hearts to say, okay, take time to step back, take time to pause and meditate and look for His redemption, His glory, His therapy for our emotions, our physical body, our spiritual conditions. It's vital, and I'm doing it too. We're all building a new and broader focus in the intimacy of God. So your assignment this week is a big one. You may be in the middle of a big process change or a small one, and He has so much higher and better and glorious views for our situations than we do. So, take time out and locate, Lord, what are you saying here? What are the questions I have from my heart where I can bring them to you and present them so that you can bring the special flavor of grace that you mean to bring to everything that I need in this time.